So, welcome to Couple Reviews, where we play a video game that has absolutely nothing to do with couples. Wait, hang on, don't go anywhere. Just keep an open mind to things as we try something new and be experimental. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to discuss romances of other things while I play this game, and then we'll just have like a hybrid of let's play and review of romances. So that's how this is Couple Reviews still. The topic today is going to be the romance in The Nightmare Before Christmas between Jack and Sally, and we're going to be talking about that while we play this game called Scorn. Now Scorn, how do I even describe Scorn? It's this like weird horror game where there's no dialogue and you just go around this weird place where everything looks both mechanical and organic at the same time, and there's these monsters trying to kill you because it's a horror game and you have no idea what anything is. Maybe it's a spaceship, maybe it's an alternate dimension, who knows. It's like this harsh, unforgiving world that just wants to kill you so very badly, and it's a perfect game to play while talking about romance, obviously. And I mean, partly because there's no dialogue in the game, so there's going to be nothing to interrupt me talking about. Well, that's not entirely true. There's not going to be as much of a need for me to shut up about romance while I play the game for a good portion of the runtime. So let's be a new game. I'm so glad I don't drink so I don't get hangovers like this. Apparently we're playing in the flashback. I thought we were going to be playing in the other thing. Okay, I need more brightness. Hang on just a second here. There's more brightness that I need from you. Brightness, more brightness. That's as far up as it goes. This is as far up as it goes. Does that help a little bit? Hopefully this is just a dark room and there's gonna be more lights, because it's so hard to see things right now. So as you can see, everything looks pretty stylistic. If you've never heard, you probably heard of this game before. Maybe it's some sort of symbol, but I don't know. Okay, so it's at least know what button in theory we're supposed to push. It just makes and shortcut things, but I'm guessing that's interacts, but we need something else to interact with it. So now that we've had our introductory exposition that explains everything about this current situation, I think we are primed and ready to talk about The Nightmare Before Christmas and the romance within said film. So if you haven't seen The Nightmare Before Christmas and you don't mind having the whole thing spoiled for you, or you just need a refresher, the story of The Nightmare Before Christmas goes as follows. There's this skeleton guy who everyone loves in the Halloween town, where everyone is nightmarish and weird and twisted, and he's the guy who plans Halloween every year, and which is what everyone's obsessed with. So he's called the Pumpkin King, which is a fancy word for the king of their whole establishment, their whole place. In fact, this is slightly off topic, but not really. I've been reading a book called Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, which is a sequel to Nightmare Before Christmas. There's a part of the book where Jack's about to go off on his honeymoon. And he says, "While I'm gone, the mayor is in charge." I thought that was hilarious. So that's how he's seen in Halloween Town. So that turns out that Jack is getting tired of nothing but Halloween and planning Halloween. And then he discovers Christmas Town, and he gets obsessed with what we are interacting. Well, we're never going back there again, unless we are. So he discovers Christmas Town, right? And it's all jolly and festive and wonderful and snowy and candy-ish. And he just loves it so much. It's such a breath of fresh air. Oh, my hand! What are you doing with my hand? Oh! I gotta thank you for hurting my hand. I have... Oh. Okay. Almost looked like Peter Parker designed the thing there, almost. So he tries to figure out how to set up Christmas in Halloween Town, but everyone in Halloween Town just doesn't understand Christmas, and they just want more scary stuff. And so what ends up happening is they think that they're going to just do Christmas this year without Santa Claus, and they have Jack dresses. Jack, how do I get out of this? Hang on, we will talk about The Nightmare Before Christmas, but I need to escape. I'm kind of trapped right now. This button, this thing that it says to press in order to exit is not helping me right now. What is that button? I'm pressing every button and I can't get out. Oh, you hold down the button to... So The Nightmare Before Christmas, yes, they have Jack dress up as Santa Claus, and he starts delivering presents to little children, but the problem is all of his presents are nightmare fuel and scary, and they eat their Christmas trees, and they jump at people, and it's frightening, and everyone's upset, and they actually shoot Jack out of the sky because of of the nightmare stuff he's been putting everywhere. But before all that happened, Sally had a vision of things going bad, and she's told Jack don't do it. And Sally is she's a rag doll that was created by a mad doctor, and basically he treats her like a slave, telling her not to leave, not to be more social, and just do as he says and stay at the house, stuff like that. So he's kind of like abusive, over-controlling parent and or slave owner, which thankfully Sally, I think she gets out of there by the end of the film. Wait, does she get out of there? They don't show her like moving out, but what happens is, at the end of the film is the mad doctor, well, actually Dr. Frankenstein is his name, he creates a new person to theoretically replace Sally, and then that's just sort of the resolution to it. We'll talk more about that in a second. And the thing is, so at the near the end of the film, Jack decides that he was wrong to do all this stuff, and he gets reinvigorated about being the Halloween guy. He was burnt out before, but I seem to be missing a few things. Well, where we are... No, I don't even want to finish that sentence. Never mind. I was about to say we're not going to need those extra somethings where we are, but I don't want to say that. So he was burnt out before at the beginning of the film, but after getting nearly blown up trying to be Santa Claus, he just embraces being the Halloween guy, and that's his happily ever after. And then he realizes that he wants to be with Sally, who's had a crush on him this whole time, and is trying to get him to stop the that Christmas stuff, trying to get him to stop the Christmas stuff. So here's the thing about I'm just going around touching stuff and being like, I'm sorry I touched that, I'll do better next time, sir. What am I even doing around here? Right, because I already got the Peter Parker invention from that, so I don't need another one. So here's the thing about the my interpretation of The Nightmare Before Christmas, or my feelings of The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's definitely a film that is more. It's definitely a film that's like style over substance. Like, to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, there wasn't actually, I've heard that there wasn't actually a script for The Nightmare Before Christmas. They just had Tim Burton tell the director, here's how the scenes are supposed to go, what am I supposed to put there that and have to get ripped like Tim Burton just told the guy, here's what's going to happen in the scene, and then they just do that. So the film's kind of underwritten. It's people love it for the visuals. people love Nightmare Before Christmas because of the visuals, not because of the dialogue or the depths of the story, if you will. The thing about The Nightmare Before Christmas is I don't agree with the message. The message is like that Jack shouldn't have tried to create Christmas because he doesn't understand it. He should have just stuck with the thing that was getting him burnt out. But I don't see the problem with trying to do something different for once and like embracing this other culture into things and something that no one ever points out is that when they were preparing to do Christmas, in the Halloween Town, people were preparing the presents, and they created a version of Christmas that is palatable to them. So, it would have been beneficial for them to keep doing that year after year, so they'd have more than one holiday. I'm sorry, sir. I'll do better next time. Hang on. And I don't like how Jack is just sort of supposed to get comfort in being told that he shouldn't have stepped outside of what he normally does and just played his role like he always does. He should be allowed to branch out into other things. And I don't like this idea that Christmas should only be something that Christmas people should be able to do. I mean, Jack, I think that Jack was wrong to try to take over Santa Claus's role. Of course, he was definitely wrong to kidnap Santa. He was wrong to try and force his version of Christmas onto the rest of the human realm. But he wasn't wrong to try to bring Christmas to Halloween Town. And that's what no one ever talks about. And people were getting excited about their own version of Christmas. But they never really talk about, they just sort of make it out as if they shouldn't have celebrated Christmas at all because they don't understand it. And Sally, she was sort of the reverse muse, but not well. Like a muse will give you inspiration. Sally's was trying to get him out of a bad idea. She didn't succeed, but she tried. Not very, very well. Kind of directly at first, but then that's failed, so she tried to sabotage him, but that didn't work either. So she was trying to get him out of a bad idea, but I mean, his bad idea was trying to take over Christmas, but they never really talked about the idea that they can still celebrate Christmas. It was just sort of leaves with the idea of, I guess we were all wrong about this whole thing. No, you're wrong about kidnapping Santa Claus. You're wrong about forcing your Halloween-injected version of Christmas onto other people, but you were right to celebrate Christmas and do something new and embrace other stuff. No one ever talks about that. And it's so ironic because... Hang on. It's so ironic because it's like Christmas and Halloween are two holidays that started out as something completely different from what they are now. Like Christmas as we know it's... Well, I mean, Christmas was like... It started out as a pagan holiday, and then the Christians got a hold of it and turned it into a celebration of the birth of Christ, and then it sort of became something that everyone can celebrate, even though it's about the birth of Christ. So Christmas as we know it wouldn't exist if people weren't willing to share culture. And Halloween was something that started as All Hallows Eve, then turned into something completely different. So this is a movie about... It takes two holidays that were like built off of the sharing and interchanging of culture, and then it said don't share or interchange culture, which I find ironic, and I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do with any of these finger trigger button thingies. Okay, I don't know if I'm stuck because I'm an idiot or if I'm stuck because I'm trying to divide my brain between two different tasks. I'm trying to talk about the religion and the interchanging of culture while trying to figure out this alien ship or wherever the heck I am. You know, honestly, I think I would be just as stuck if I wasn't talking about The Nightmare Before Christmas while doing. Did I come from? I don't even remember where I've been. Yeah, I've been here before. I'll be right back. Okay, I was obviously not grasping it before. You just used the claw to move things up. Why did you not grab the thingy that I put over there? Hey, you're supposed to use this thing to move stuff around, but where you're supposed to move it to, I don't know. If move you to... Perhaps if no, that's not gonna. I mean, this one's that's two in a row. Perhaps. The question is, which one of these things is supposed to go over there? I'm clearly supposed to move something to that, but which one of you is special enough to go over there? Is it you? I mean, you look a little glowy, but you're not moving anywhere. Okay, we got the glowy one over there. Let's see if that's the special rock that it wants. Hey! It looks like there's nothing left in the claw thing there for you. Okay, so I'm guessing what I actually did was we just removed a piece from the thingy, so now there's more room for others to be able to move around. So if we could do that to that special rock, I'm guessing we could do it to this special rock if we can get it over there. So while I'm trying to figure this out, I should obviously divide my mind between this and The Nightmare Before Christmas. So Jack and I can't. You need two holes in order to move. That's a sentence. You go here, and you know you can. No, that's not gonna work anyway. Oh, unless okay, so I need to be able to drop you down there in order to get you to move, but, so this one is, it needs two spaces in order to go anywhere. No, I need to push it, that went right there. So, Nightmare Before Christmas is... That doesn't work. That doesn't work, what were you thinking? Okay. We're gonna move this here, and then we're gonna get this one out of the way of that one. Now this one can go all the way. Now this one can go all the way down here. And now that's out of the way. So put you up there, and then we'll put you down there, and then we'll get who's next to go over to the gooder place. Now you are out of the way. Now you are out of the way, and now you are also out of the way, and then you are also out of the way, and then. Might have a problem. Oh, no. We don't have a problem. What are you thinking? We had a problem. What are you thinking? What? We don't have a problem. If there's no problem here, just need to put the thing over this one first, and then we can put the other one back over there about seconds, and then then we're good to free go. Okay, now you can chomp the thingy do. Oh, there's a person in that thing. If you can call that a person. Okay. Well, I hope you go off to better and brighter things. Anyway, The Nightmare Before Christmas is a movie where there's a romance, kind of. So the thing about Jack and Sally is, Sally spends a good portion of the movie just having a crush on Jack. That goes to the point, that's very obsessive, and she sends him a gift basket that she relates to him, like, not liking how his life is, or being sick of the same old thing, with her being stuck in the house all day, every day. And the funny thing is, they conflate their problems, but Jack is told that the solution is for him to just get over it and be reinvigorated about doing the same old thing, and Sally's solution is to get out of her horrible situation. But anyway, where's the guy I just sent down here? There was a guy in a chompy thingy that I just sent down here. Where? Thought I heard him. Okay, he's getting louder. This way, maybe? Oh yeah, he's up there. I see him now. Hey, we just solved a puzzle about you. I'm glad to meet you for the first time in person. Yes, we're just gonna put you right in that chair, good sir, and then we're going to push you somewhere? Yes, you... hello, good sir. I hope you're having a fine Friday morning on this good Friday morning we're having, in which we talk about The Nightmare Before Christmas. Have you ever talked about the night? Oh, that's what the thing were for. Oh, the attorney thingies. Now I know how to do better now. So why are you taking so long to slow down and stop? I'm not doing this on purpose, you guys. It's... Oh, watch what's happening. Back. Forwards, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. No. Stop. Oh, he doesn't. Now I get it. I see what you do now. You see, my good sir. Let me explain it to you who can obviously understand my words. You look like a person who can still comprehend human speech. Once you get onto these things, you're just destined to go on wherever the next track sends you. So I just need to make sure that you're pointed the right way to begin with. So I'm just gonna go right up there, and then we'll direct you to the correct path, assuming that you aren't already pointed there. Wait, where does he actually need to go? I need to figure out where I'm taking my new friend. Oh, this looks like a bad place for him. Oh, you want me to bring my new friend in here? But there's a chainsaw in here. Isn't there? I thought that when you press the thing, there's like a... Wait, am I thinking of a different room? Oh, no. There's a different room with a chainsaw. So when I pull this thing, there's not going to be a chainsaw that'll kill him instantly, right? Right. I'm sorry. My friend will be happy here. I think we might scoop him out of his shell, and then he'll be able to live a happy, normal life outside the confines of his shell thing. So you are on track, and then you are not on track. I need to fix you. Hang on. Don't worry, friend. I figured it out. Don't worry. Your pretty little head. Okay. Sir, I have figured out how to do better this time. After all these hours, how long have I been recording? About less than an hour, so not that bad. So he's there, and where do I want to take him? I want to take him like that, and then he'll go there into that room, I think, and let's just see how this works out for us. I think that's right. I think we're good. Where did I put my friend? There you are. I'm gonna call him Joe from now on, just because, so we'll have a name for our friend. How are you doing, Joe? Yeah, to hang on to that thing for support as if you're going somewhere. Where are you going, Joe? Why are you here now? I thought we were taking you to the place I had prepared for you. What am I doing to you? Joe, why do you sound so upset? Wait, Joe, what's happening to you? Joe? Joe, are you okay? I didn't mean it, Joe. I didn't mean it. What happened? Well, Joe, don't die on me. We're gonna get you out of there. Joe. Just hang on. We're gonna get you out of this shell, and then everything is going to be comfy cozy. I don't know why I would have done that to you, Joe. It's just these finger buttons are confusing me, and I don't know what's going on. I just woke up in this terrible place, and now all these finger buttons just don't do things, and then they do things. Okay, Let's try to be kind to Joe. He's been... No, don't go over there. Don't go over there. Joe's over here. Now, pick him up. Now, put our friend in the chair. There you go. Okay, we're gonna fix her right up, Joe. So, fix him. No! No, don't throw him down the trash chute. I didn't mean... Joe, I thought I was gonna fix... Oh! Joe, no! What have I done? No, don't take his hand, Joe! Joe! No! I didn't mean it, Joe. I didn't think I would be killing you. I thought I was getting you out of your shell to be free once... Joe! What have I done? Am I the villain of this story? What even is this story? Where am I? What is this horrible place? I'll take this to remember him always. Maybe this opens doors or something? Let's go back up there to that other room. And while we're on our way there, we'll mourn the loss of Joe in the only way we know how, by talking about the Nightmare Before Christmas. Jack and Sally don't really talk to each other that much. In fact, the dialogue is not too inspired between them when they do talk, and then they're just sort of... At the end, Jack is just saying he should have realized that she was a girl from him all along. I mean, I'm assuming that they've known each other for a while. It's like a small town where everybody knows everybody, but he probably doesn't know her as well as certain other individuals because she so rarely goes outside of her house because Dr. Frankenstein so rarely lets her do anything. And then we just have them kiss at the end because why not? And it's definitely a style over substance couple as much as it is a style over substance movie. I still can't open up doors. What was the point of murdering Joe if it doesn't mean that I can open doors? I'm upset about the loss of Joe. You know, there's probably been like hundreds of other Let's Players who've done this game, and they probably named him enough. I probably picked the most common name. There's probably like 5 other Let's Players who all named that guy Joe. And so Jack and Sally, they're like Halloween costume fuel, but that doesn't mean they have the most to their relationship. Apart from the fact that like She was trying to warn him off of a bad idea, which his bad idea was kidnapping Santa, not celebrating Christmas. Oh. Okay, I just figured it out. I need 3 hands to open this door, and now I have a 3rd hand in my possession. Now, okay. But did we need to murder Joe in order to do that? Couldn't we... Why are you not doing the thing I just had? Are you telling me I murdered Joe for nothing? Okay, fine, we'll try doing this one first. Why couldn't I have just wheeled Joe over here and then had him do it himself, and then we could have rolled him on in our adventure together? It seems like there's other places I could have rolled them off to, but I don't know if they're actually useful places to bring him to. And where am I even going? Have I been here before? Wait. That one doesn't work either. Whoa, no. Wait, are you telling me that you want me to get another person and bring... You can't mean that I have to bring another person over here and murder them too for their body parts. Why can't I at least just put this hand somewhere so I don't have to just carry it around all the time? It seems to be getting in the way of certain activities. So what do I do? I'll see you in a minute. Right. Okay, I totally didn't look up a guide. You totally looked up the guide. What I have figured out, without looking up footage of some other person playing this, obviously, I figured this out myself. Of course. What's happening is Joe's hand is not activating the things because Joe's hand has not been Peter Parkerified with the gadget. So we need to find the thing you inject hands into to Peter Parkerify them. So Joe's hand can be like mine. I just need to find the place where you Peter Parkerify the hands, and then we'll be good to go, and then I should be able to just open up that door right up. But where do I forgot where we left Peter. There's Peter Parker. Okay, my friend here needs a Peter Parker thingy, thank you. Okay, now Joe's hand and I are ready to move on to better places. Now your hand works, right? Ah, yes. And now you can just open right up. There you go. And I never would have been able to make it this far if it wasn't for my friend Joe. A moment of silence for him. Okay, that's enough silence for Joe. Can I take Joe's arm with me in case I need it for... No, I can't have Joe's arm back. Well, goodbye, Joe. you served me far better than I served you, so you were a true friend. And I was a terrible friend to Joe. I just used him for his body parts so I could get myself ahead in the world, in this disgusting, horrible world that we're in. And not only did I destroy Joe, I lied about looking up a guide. I looked up a guide so that I know I need to Peter Parkerify his hand. I'm a despicable human being, aren't I? You know, as I look around this place, I don't know what the words are for 99.9% of the things I'm looking at. Like, what is this? Is this wires, or is it like a spiny thing? And what is this? Is this like a faucet thing or something? But I should specify. I'm not saying I don't know what things are in a bad way. I don't know what things are in a good way. Like, it's such a atmospheric confusion of what am I looking at. That hasn't even been that long, and I'm already stuck. Oh, here, we're not stuck. I found something. Don't worry. Down very slowly. Did I build a cannon? Flying cannon? That sounds... Oh, I put it into that thing. Oh. I thought I had a cannon. Apparently I don't have a cannon. What do we do with you? Well, yeah, we opened this door, but I still can't go anywhere. There's no jumping, by the way. I've tried. I can't jump, so, I can't put my hands into that like I can with everything else, so I don't know what we're doing here. But, I refuse to be stuck. There needs to be something else with this cannon-making thing. Okay, I totally didn't look up a guide again. You know I wouldn't do that twice in the span of an hour, of course. I just happened to have randomly realized that this steppy button here was there all along. Because, oh, gun! At long last. It's attached to a wall with an umbilical cord. That's the first gun I've ever seen to be attached to a wall with an umbilical cord. But I can't wait. Okay, there we go. That's how you do it. Apparently a gun has a stamina meter instead of ammo. Which makes sense a little bit since it's organic. So, as I was saying, I totally didn't look up a guide in order to know that that button was there. Just kidding, I totally looked up a guide to know that that button was there. I mean, with Jack, his journey of going from tired of his job to loving his job again, I mean, you don't have to look at that from the perspective of saying he was wrong to try new things. You can just look at it and say, hey, tried to switch it up, and you need to do that every once in a while. Now he's reinvigorated, so you don't need to say he was wrong to try something new. So you can't. There's that positive way to look at it, I suppose. And with Sally, let's talk more about Sally's situation. She was created by Dr. Frankenstein, who treated her as a slave and/or abusive child. And nobody ever addressed. Should I break this thing? Yeah, I should break this thing. And no one ever addresses that. Jack never talks about. And in fact, Jack is friends with Dr. Frankenstein, and I find that a little bit. I mean, here's the thing. Sally is being mistreated by Dr. Frankenstein, but I don't know if people know that. So it's very unclear if Jack is oblivious or apathetic to Sally's situation, where she's treated as a slave and not allowed to go outside the house unless he says so. And when she wants her freedom, he just talks about it like it's a phase she's going through. She just needs to grow out of it. The thing is, in Halloween Town, pretty much everybody is crazy. In fact, I haven't gotten that far in the book yet, but in the book, the Pumpkin Queen, which is a sequel to The Nightmare Before Christmas, Long Live the Pumpkin Queen is the name of the book. There's a part where it describes the vampire prince's fingernails as like ideal for draining the blood from his victims. So I find that a little bit as like a light to shine on the inhabitants of Halloween Town. Apparently they have victims from which they drain their blood, so that's dark. So it's possible, with people in Halloween Town being as not right in the head as they are, you can't really put it past Jack to just not care that she's being abused, which I find that a bit troubling. I mean, maybe by their definitions of morality, maybe they think, well, the Dr. Frankenstein created Sally, so he can just do as he well. I mean, that's kind of bad if they think that's the case, and they never address that. Jack never talks about it ever. I haven't gotten too far in the book, but he still hasn't talked about it. Am I supposed to destroy all these things? What am I supposed to do here? And another thing I don't like is that at the end of the movie, the Mad Doctor, like the solution we're supposed to be going with is that the Mad Doctor created someone else to be his new helper, and by helper I mean slave. So she just passes her problem on to someone else is the solution, and even if that is, if that even is the solution, because think about it, we don't know that she moved out of Dr. Frankenstein's house as soon as she started dating Jack, so might just. In fact, I think in the beginning of Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, I think she was saying at her wedding that she's finally free of the Dr. Frankenstein because of the wedding. So it could be that she's like not even free from his abuse until then. I can't reach anything. Wait, oh. I think there was another room with a button like that. Find the other button, find the other button, find the other button. We can't let this video get boring. We need to find buttons to keep the things interesting. We can't just not have buttons to press. Ah, there you are. I'm so sorry it took me this long to remember that there's another button for me to press. I'm trying to stab the bubble thingies. Oh, is those more things to put in the into the not cannon? If only I could find the not cannon again, because this place is a little bit confusing. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's just you look at things and you don't know what they are, and you look at places and you don't know how to get there. Okay, we found the not cannon again. So I'm doing good, guys. It might not feel like it, but I'm doing good. Good things are happening in this video. This is my video, so of course things are going just absolutely amazingly well. Can I go places now, or do I need to put in the other not cannon bolt thing? We need another one, because that's not doing me anything. Well, yes, that one, and then we'll... Hopefully it only needs 3. We did it! Ooh, I'm very gooey. Oh, is that how I got here? Oh. And this is me. This is how I got into this situation. Because I was wondering how I got into this situation. Okay, so now we've reached present day, I'm guessing. Yeah, that was how we were at the beginning of the game with the opening menu. Yes, so now we just... Is that Joe? Just gotta get rid of this umbilical cord. What do I need that for? Nothing. That's what for. Ooh, that's in there. Very deep. Okay. Oh, I don't think that was Joe. No. Well, what are you guys in for? I got here because I had the nerve to walk towards a building or whatever that was. I mean, I've definitely done worse things that could have gotten me into a place like this. I killed Joe, and then I also lied about looking up guides, but that's not why I'm in here. I did that after the fact. I'm not sure if, the thing about Jack and Sally is there's so little screen time for them, so I'm not really sure if I've said my piece about... I might have said that my piece about them with what I've said so far. They look good. Those are good character designs. Oh, by the way, I keep talking about Long Live the Pumpkin Queen, the book. I'm going to do, at some points after I've finished reading the book, I'm going to do a whole other video. It's just about Long Live the Pumpkin Queen. It's not going to be one of these Scorn videos or the video game episode. It's going to have its own video to itself. Where am I going? Oh, the building. I'm going towards that, I see. In that, the building that I was going through and then fell through the hole into the abyss, and then that's how I got into this terrible situation. So, with this view, as I was saying before, I don't know where we are, but it feels like we're outside right now, so I'm guessing we're not on a spaceship unless the spaceship crashed, which would make a lot of sense and explain quite a few things. So we might actually be on a spaceship, just not in space. And why can't I get over this frickin' rubble? Okay. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just have to go around in circles. It's not as if I've been getting lost several times already. I'm feeling like I should wrap up this episode and start a new episode pretty soon, but the thing is, I feel like this is kind of an anticlimactic place to leave off the episode. Hang on, I'll find some sort of... there's gotta be a climax around here somewhere. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere behind the ship, or building ship that's not in space, but it's a spaceship maybe, I don't know. Okay, a hallway at last. I've never seen one of those before in this game. Okay, this is a little bit different from what we've seen before, so that's hopefully good. Okay, I thought I'd have to make a choice of right or left. Apparently there is no choice. No choice. And ooh. Oh, that looks very friendly and inviting. Well, I'm going to leave this episode here. I think we've talked a lot about the sharing of cultures and traditions and the burning out and the... And, one more thing before we go. Jack Skellington, that's what video has been about. I don't like the idea that he's just not good at anything except for scary stuff. I mean, obviously people aren't like that in real life. He can find solace in realizing that Halloween stuff is his true calling all along, and that maybe he just needs to do something else every once in a while to reinvigorate himself. But he should be a little more encouraged to branch out rather than just being punished for it. And it feels like he's being beaten back into his place when really he should just have something to freshen him up, I guess. And I don't know if it's correct to say that if you're good at one thing, you should only do that as your one thing and never branch out. But so... welcome to Couple Reviews, where it's not enough to play a game. You have to play a game while discussing the versatility of an individual's talents and the sharing of culture. And also want to elaborate more on the culture thing. I don't like the barriers between the Christmas town and the Halloween towns. It's treated as like when Jack is trying to embrace the Christmas thing that's like a different culture, it's treated as like a disturbance of the status quo that must be stomped on, instead of celebrating the interchanging, the mixing, and the melting pots of the cultures and the integration of everyone being together and loving each other's cultures and embracing each other. Instead, they just say that this is all a mistake and wrong for Jack to try to bring something new in, and that's what the movie does, which I don't agree with. I forgot to say during the recording that Jack is deluded into thinking all of his ideas are good ideas because everyone in the town loves him so much and keeps kissing up to him. Everyone thinks everything he does is amazing, so Sally, being the only person to be able to tell Jack that he's onto a bad idea, sort of makes her the perfect girl for him in the sort of reverse Muse kind of a way. The only problem is, the slight problem is that she doesn't seem to be able to inspire him to do something, just keep him away from bad ideas. I don't really see her being able to do anything the next time Jack feels like he's running out of ideas or he's tired, but I guess he's been able to think up ideas himself so far. And I think that Sally did do a good job of proving herself to Jack by trying to rescue Santa Claus and also by giving him that gift basket, which I think I thought that she just gave it to him anonymously, but that was wrong. She gave it to him and then he saw her below, but she just didn't stick around after that. It's like she'll do something nice for him, but she's too shy to actually talk to him afterwards. And yeah, they point out that Jack should have been listening to Sally, so hopefully from now on he will listen to Sally and he'll be good to go with a buffer for his bad ideas, which is exactly what he needs in his position. But anyway, remember to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and not get shot out of the sky for celebrating Christmas.